Welcome back to Classic Radio Drama Theater. In this episode, we're bringing you 3 classic radio comedy performances. We'll hear how a legendary crooner reacts when he becomes the target of relentless gags. Witness an award-winning actress navigate some truly outlandish situations, and see what unfolds when a popular duo invades another show as unexpected guests. 3 distinct scenarios, 3 hilarious encounters, all in one episode. First, we tune in to the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis show, featuring their special guest, Frank Sinatra. When Jerry Lewis sets his comedic sights on Old Blue Eyes, will Sinatra keep his cool, or will the chaos prove too much?
From Hollywood, we present the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show. Brought to you by Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia, by Dentyne, the gum with breathtaking flavor, and by Beeman's Pepsin, the gum that's great to chew and good for your digestion, too. And now it gives me great pleasure to introduce our master of ceremonies, Dean Martin.
Thank you, folks. Thank you very much. Well, the calendar says that another Friday has rolled around, which means another 30 minutes of doing or dying for dear old Anacin and Dentyne. However, things are going to be a little different tonight. You see, we've been joined by another very nice sponsor who asked us to do an extra 15 minutes. So tonight we'll be around for 45. I know that peace will be shattered when my partner Jerry Lewis, the Velvet Foghorn, arrives. So while all is quiet, I'd like to try a little Bella Bimba. Ma come balla bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba. Ma come balla bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba.
My bella, bella, bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba. My bella, bella, bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba.
Birds always sing, bells always ring, whether it's summer or winter or spring. Be like the birds, just at the words, sing this happy song. Ma come balla bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba. Come balla bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba. Look everywhere, love's in the air. Dance through the life with the devil may care. Look in your heart, then you will start to sing this happy song. Come balla bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba. Ma come balla bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba.
My bella, bella, bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba.
Ma come balla bella bimba, bella bimba, bella bimba. Ma come balla bella bimba, bella bimba. Thank you very much. Very kind. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it becomes my pleasure. Jerry Lewis, how many times must I tell her you're not supposed to come out here until you're introduced?
What introduced? I'm Jerry. You're Dean. How do you do? Pleased to meet you. Let's get on with the show.
Now, look, Jerry, forget it. Forget the introduction. Now, tell me, have you finished my laundry yet?
I finish your laundry. Listen here, D. Martin, I know what you're trying to do. You're trying to make everybody think that just because I'm younger and I'm an idiot, I do all your laundry. You want people should think I take care of your shirts and I wash and starch and dry and iron them, but it won't work. See, I'm wise here, buddy. I'm wise here. And another thing.
What?
The lipstick mark on your blue shirt doesn't rub out.
Now listen, Jerry, I'm getting mighty tired of your complaining. What makes you act like such a big shot?
Listen, Alfred.
Alfred?
I read in one of them movie magazines that I'm a big picture star, just like Oscar March.
Oscar March? Oscar, I never heard of him.
Well, that shows how much you know. Oscar March is a star death of a salesman. Why, he may even win a Frederick this year.
You know something, Jerry? You're gonna drive me to the bug house.
Oh, no, you don't, D. Martin. I'll stand still for doing the laundry, but I'm not gonna be your chauffeur.
Jerry, driving someone to the bug house is just a figure of speech.
Oh, well, that's different. Will you pay for the gas?
Look, now let's stop arguing, huh? Nobody wins anyway. It's like an immovable object that meets an
Irresistible, I know this.
an immovable object that meets an irresistible force.
I was right.
Mm-hmm.
Dean,
What?
I'm irresistible.
All right, Jerry. I give up. You win. Tell me, who's our first guest tonight?
Guys, Dean, we don't have a first guest, but I have an idea that I think we will find Peachy, Ginger, Dandy, Snappy, and Keen.
Yeah, good boy.
Why don't we do one of those tender dramatic scenes, you know, where you sing one part and I talk the other part?
Well, all righty, ladies and gentlemen. Jerry and I give you our impression of a man whose girlfriend has just run out on him. He's trying to forget her, but everything he touches recalls another memory, and away we go. A cigarette that bears a lipstick's traces.
Why does that man insist upon wearing makeup?
An airline ticket to romantic places.
Romantic places. We took one lousy flight from Idlewood to Burbank. Even then we were grounded 6 times because of dust.
And still my heart has wings.
What happened to the mimer?
These foolish things remind me of you.
We had so much to make us happy. You loved me despite my old clothes, and I loved you despite your old nose.
A tinkling piano in the next apartment.
I haven't slept a wink in 3 days.
Those stumbling words that told you what my heart meant.
What stumbling words? You slapped my back, I boy.
A fairground's painted swing. These foolish things remind me of you.
Foolish things, my foot, they're ridiculous. I was saying to Selma just the other day. Selma, I said, no, listen to this. Selma, I said, you have no idea. He carries on about the least little thing. My lipstick traces, my airline tickets, my painted swings. So help me, I'll go mad from that man.
You came, you saw, you conquered me.
Well, I did beat you 2 falls out of 3.
When you did that to me, I knew somehow it had to be.
Like I told Selma, this thing is just too big for the both of us.
The winds of March that make my heart a dancer.
The winds of March, indeed. Why, that poor Arthur Murray worked his feet to the bone.
The telephone rings, but who's to answer? Oh, how the ghost of you clings.
You can't forget me, booby.
These foolish things
Remind me
of you. Well, folks, comes time to hit a high spot in the evening's festivities with the introduction of our guest of the evening. And I might add that I can't think of an introduction that would give me greater pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, here he is, Frank Sinatra.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you, Dino. Where's the idiot?
Well, I wish you wouldn't call him that. After all, the kid is my partner, and we worked together for years, and, well, I'd just rather you wouldn't.
Well, I'm sorry, Dean. I didn't realize,
Well, I don't mean to be a square, but that's the way I feel.
All right, Dean, I promise not to say it again.
Good. Now, before the idiot louses us up, how about a song?
But my pleasure, Dean. How glad the many millions of Annabelles and Lillians would be to capture me. But you had such persistence, you wore down my resistance. I fell, and it was swell. I'm your big and brave and handsome Romeo. How I won you, I shall never, never know. It's not that I'm attractive, but oh, my heart grew active when you came into view. I've got a crush on you, sweetie pie, all the day and night time. Hear me sigh. I never had the least notion that I could fall with so much emotion. Could you cool and could you care for a cunning cottage that we both could share? The whole world will pardon my mush, but I have got a crush, my baby, on you.
Well, Frankie, that was great, really great. And now, if you'll stand by, we'll find out what Jimmy Wallington has a crush on.
Well, thank you, Dean. Ladies and gentlemen, if you would like to know a quick, easy way to ease pain of a headache, neuritis, or neuralgia, then by all means try Anacin. Your own dentist or physician may at one time or another have handed you an envelope containing Anacin tablets. Then you already know how incredibly fast and effectively Anacin brings relief. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proven active ingredients. For your own sake, try Anacin. Anacin is sold to you on this guarantee. If the first few tablets do not give you all the relief you want as fast as you want it, you may return the unused portion and your money will be refunded. You can get Anacin tablets at any drug counter. Anacin comes in handy boxes of 12 and 30 tablets, and economical family-size bottles of 50 and 100.
Hey, Dean, is your voice changing? I heard your song and... All right, buddy, the hospital is 2 blocks away.
Now, easy, Jared. This boy doesn't need the hospital.
You're right, Dean. Hey, buddy, it's 4 blocks to Forest Lawn.
Hey, Dean, I don't know who this guy is, but I like him. This kid makes me look good, you know.
Frankie, he's my partner, Jerry Lewis. Go over and introduce yourself to him.
Well, all right. You sure he won't bite? Jerry, I'd like to introduce myself. I'm,
Let Dean do it, kid. You better lie down.
Now, listen, apehead, I'm Frank Sinatra.
You mean you're Frank Sinatra, the singer on radio and television and picture star?
That's right.
Hey, is it true that you stand in for carrots when they photograph salads?
Well,
I mean, when mosquitoes bite you, do they get anything more than practice?
Well, gosh, I
Hey, no, tell the truth. Can you touch your hands over your head without being threaded?
don't... Hey, now, just a minute. How long do you think I have to stand here for these insults?
Just as long as we get laughs, Frank.
Now, Jerry, this is no way to act towards Frank Sinatra.
Yeah, well... what makes you think he's Frank Sinatra anyway? If he was Sinatra, he certainly wouldn't be here with us.
No? Where would I be?
Home with Ava.
You know, for an idiot, this kid makes a lot of sense.
I was just kidding, Frankie. We're really very glad you could come tonight, honest. We're real lucky to have you as a guest. Yes, sirree. We sure are fortunate to have you as our guest. And I mean it, too. Hey, Dean, Como couldn't come?
Jerry, can't you show a little more respect? After all, Frank is one of our most popular singers.
What did you say?
I said Frank is one of our most popular singers.
What did you say?
What's the matter with you? Can't you hear?
Oh, sure. I just like the way you turn green when you say it. Don't be jealous, Bobby.
Dino doesn't have to be jealous. He's got a fine voice.
You're a good boy, Frank.
As a matter of fact, Dean, you sound a little like Crosby.
Oh, I haven't been too well.
Been sick.
No, but you really sing real good, too, Frank. I just bought a whole bunch of your records. 82 records for 39 cents.
82 records for 39 cents?
Yeah, they forgot to put the hole in the middle.
You know, one good clop, I could put this kid away.
I didn't know you were that tough, Frank.
Didn't you know I used to be a boxer?
Yeah, and I used to be a cocker spaniel.
Don't mess with me, kid. Where I was raised, you had to be tough.
Same with me. Had to fight all the time.
Me, too. All the time. It was nothing but fists, fists, fists.
Really?
Sure, I was 12 years old before I knew I had fingers.
Ah, those childhood memories. You know, I'll never forget them.
Yeah, I remember when I first learned to tie my shoelaces. Seems like only yesterday.
What yesterday? It was this morning.
Hey, you know, fellas, I wonder what it would have been like if the three of us had grown up together. I mean, all part of the same gang in the same neighborhood.
Well, let's roll up our pants legs and find out.
Ladies and gentlemen, although most of us would like to, it's impossible for us to return to those carefree days of our childhood. Tonight, however, through the magic of radio, Dean Martin, Jerry Lewis, and Frank Sinatra shall realize this ambition. And so, let's turn back the clock.
My name is Dino. Me and my pal Muscles are the toughest kids on this block.
My name is Muscles. And whoever gave me that name ought to have his head examined.
My name is Jerome. I have my head examined all the time. I'm brand new in this neighborhood. Boy, wait till these fellas see what a load of laughs I am. No kidding. I'm a ton of fun. Ha, ha, ha. Oh, I will speak to them. Hello, fellows.
Shut up!
Goodbye, fellows.
Wait a second. You gotta go home now.
Yeah, I'm a babysitter. I sit on my baby brother.
You sit with the baby, not on him.
So how come they call him Flat Top?
By the way, kid, how did you get that cauliflower ear?
I got it from beer.
You got that ear from drinking beer?
No, Dad uses it to open the bottle.
Let's go, Dino. We only play with the tough guys.
Well, I'm tough. You should have seen me this morning. I kicked Brownie right in the stomach.
Yeah, who's Brownie?
My teddy bear.
Come on, Dino. I tell you, this kid's a sissy.
What makes you think he's a sissy?
He's wearing underwear.
I'll handle them, Muscles. Look, Junior, didn't your mother ever tell you the facts of life?
Oh, but I was eavesdropping when she told him to Dad.
Ah, then you do know what girls are.
Sure, I seen them at parties. They're the ones that dance backwards.
What are you talking about? You're ugly. Girls wouldn't go for you anyway.
Yeah, well, I'd like to know what kind of girls would ever go for you.
You'd be surprised.
Surprised. I'm flabbergasted.
Hey, that's funny. You're a comedian.
No, you're a comedian.
You want to bet?
You know what I want to be?
Ah.
When I grow up, I want to be a sailor.
Yeah? What would you do? What would you do if somebody fell overboard?
I taught him a lifesaver.
And what if you didn't have a lifesaver?
I throw him a Hershey bar.
Yeah, you can keep all that sailor stuff. I'm going to be a singer.
You want to bet?
Hey, Dean, what do you say we go down to the corner, huh?
Yeah, I want to buy an ice cream cone. See, I got a dime.
I got an idea. Let's go eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And we'll see who gets the cone.
Hey, that's a good idea. I like that.
With my dime, why not?
Okay, now here goes. Eeny, meeny, miny. Well, I get the cone.
What happened to Mo?
There ain't no mo. Well, here's the ice cream.
Go ahead, Dino. You can take the first lick.
Fellows, I say, that's my cone. No, fellas, don't lick it. No, I don't care if you hold it, but don't lick it. I mean, you boys are my friends and everything, but don't lick it.
Okay, you win. It don't pay to argue over a cone anyway.
Yeah, let's be friends from now on.
Sure, when we grow up, we can all look back at the time we were kids and we can say,
School days, dear old golden rule days. Oh, how we loved all those childish games.
Spinning the bottle and kissing games.
I was so sad when school was through.
when they threw me out, I felt so blue.
I was voted the boy most likely to.
Most likely to what?
I don't know, the class broke up early. How we miss those old childhood days. I broke my yo-yo. We sure miss those childhood
While Frank, Jerry, and I play hooky for a little while, let's turn the classroom over to Professor Wallington.
Well, thank you, Dean. And now here's something of interest to everybody.
For breathless moments, for your breathless moments.
Chew Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Dentine tastes so good.
Dentine freshens your breath.
Dentine helps keep your teeth sparkling, clean, and white.
Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Before you go out, and always after eating, drinking, smoking, refresh your breath with Dentine. You'll love Dentine chewing gum, for Dentine has a wonderful, tingling, nippy flavor that lingers on and on. It's delicious. And remember, Dentine helps keep your teeth white, too. Keep Dentine handy. You'll enjoy refreshing your breath when you chew Dentine. So for breathless moments, for your breathless moments,
Chew Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Well, I was flipping through the pages of Variety the other day, and I found a little number that the disc jockeys around the country say is number one on the request list, and they're the boys who should know. So, with your kind permission, here's The Little White Cloud That Cried. I went strolling down by the river, feeling very sad inside. when all at once I saw in the sky the little white cloud that cried. He told me he was very lonesome. No one cared if he lived or died, and said sometimes the thunder and lightning would make all the little clouds hide. He said, have faith in all kinds of weather, for the sun will always shine. Do your best and always remember the dark clouds pass with time. He asked me if I'd tell all the world just how hard all little clouds try. That's why I think I'll always remember the little white cloud that cried. He said, have faith in all kinds of weather, for the sun will always shine. Do your best and always remember the dark clouds pass with time. He asked me if I'd tell all the world just how hard all little clouds try. That's why I think I'll always remember the little white cloud that sat right down and cried. Thank you, folks. Well, as we draw the curtain on the first 30 minutes of our show tonight, Jerry and I want to remind you that we'll all be back, including our guest Frank Sinatra, in about a minute. So please stick around and join us, won't you? In the meantime, we'd like to thank Look Magazine for the wonderful story and cover in the current issue, now on the newsstands. See you in about 60 seconds. So long.
Hollywood, you have just heard transcribed the first 30 minutes of the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show. Brought to you by Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia. By Dentine, the gum with the breathtaking flavor. And by Beeman's Pepsin, the gum that's great to chew and good for your digestion, too. And remember this, ladies and gentlemen. Stay right with us, because in just 30 seconds from now, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis will be back again.
Tonight, hear Seat of Violence, presented by Short Story on NBC. Transcribed.
Ladies and gentlemen, this special edition to the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show is brought to you by your local Buick dealer to celebrate the nationwide premiere of the new 1952 Buick tomorrow, January 19th. And now, here again is your master of ceremonies, Dean Martin.
Great. Well, folks, I don't know of a better way to start off this special 15 minutes than having you meet our next guest. Some weeks ago, we had a young lady in our show, and we sang a tune that must have caught the fancy of a lot of people. Here's the lovely and talented Miss Carol Richards to join in a second helping of That Old Soft Shoe.
Give me the old soft shoe, I said the old soft shoe. A one, a two, A-doodly-doodly-doo. Play me that old soft shoe and nothing else will do. That's the dance my darling used to do.
We sang love's refrain,
Just like a vaudeville team,
danced the whole night through,
we had the cutest routine.
strolling lover's lane.
Weren't my bonnets a scream? We'd harmonize and doodly-doodly-doo. Play me that old soft shoe. I said that old soft shoe. A one, a two, a doodly-doodly-doo. Play me that old soft shoe and nothing else will do. That's the dance my darling used to do.
Yeah, just take a look at that crowd. Look at the people we got.
Isn't that wonderful? We're really packing them in. Hey, look at that old fella in the first row. Wonder what's the matter with him.
Why?
Well, he's been here for 8 shows.
Well, I'm wearing his shoes.
Oh.
We sang love's refrain,
Dean, you were the king of them all.
danced the whole night through,
And I was the belle of the ball.
strolling lover's lane.
Weren't my dresses a scream?
We'd harmonize and doodly-doodly-doo. Give me that old soft shoe. I said that old soft shoe.
A one,
A two, a doodly-doodly-doo.
Play me that old soft shoe and nothing else will do. It reminds me of the only love I ever knew.
That old
not the new,
and not the hard.
but the soft shoe.
Soft shoe. Thank you, Carol. It was very, very sweet.
Hey, Dean, come here. I got a secret to tell you.
I'm sorry, Jerry. You'll have to speak up. I can't hear what you're saying.
Okay. I said I have a secret to tell you. Did you hear me that time?
I'm afraid so. What's your secret?
Well, Dean, you know the new 1952 Buicks aren't unveiled till tomorrow. And, Dean, I just peeked behind the curtain of one of the new 1952 Buicks.
Oh, dear. Folks, I can't really say I blame Jerry for being unable to resist an advance peek at the new 1952 Buicks. New Buicks are always exciting news. And in times like these, when people are saying the 1952 cars will be pretty much like last year's, these new Buicks are doubly surprising. For the new 52 Buicks bring you advanced new features, dynamic new power, sensational new economy, brilliant new styling inside as well as out. So don't miss the big showing. Be among the first to see the exciting new Buicks at your Buick dealers tomorrow.
Hey, Dean!
Aw, Jerry. Why must you come out screaming like this? Why must you be so bellicose?
Here now, I'm afraid I'll have to ask you to watch your language.
Jerry, bellicose only means audible.
Don't kid me, Jasper. An audible is a thing with 4 wheels and the women smash them into other audibles.
Oh, that's automobile.
Don't confuse me, Clarence. Automobile's a town in Alabama.
Jerry, that's mobile.
Oh, no. Mobile is the oil you put in audibles.
No, that's mobile oil.
Oh, stop it, Dean. Mobile oil is from the song of the opera, Lord, don't name mobile oil. Lord, don't...
Jerry, what's the... I'm going. I'm not coming back. I'm not coming back.
No, Dean. Don't leave me. Don't forsake this poor, sick child.
It's no use, Jer. I'm adamant.
Yeah, how's Eve? Dean, will you do me one favor before you go?
What's that?
Stay.
Jerry, I have no more time to argue. I'm expecting a very important guest, the famous marriage expert.
Gosh, Dean, I forgot to tell you, he can't make it tonight.
So what are we going to do?
Why not let me take the part of the famous marriage expert?
Well, what do you know about marriage?
What do I know about marriage? One of my closest friends is married.
Who? Who?
My wife.
Oh. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, we are proud to have with us one of the world's greatest experts on domestic life. He is responsible for more happy marriages than any other living man. Direct from the Viennese Institution of Matrimony, I am proud to introduce Dr. Conrad von Krutz. Dr. von Krutz, I understand you know everything about the state of wedded bliss.
Yes, yes, indeed. When it comes to wedded bliss, I'm a regular blister.
Tell me, doctor, what do you think of divorce?
Well, with a good jockey, I put $1 on his nose.
I said divorce, not horse.
Horse, that's where you get in the throat.
Look, we did this before.
Yeah, but laughs we got. Let's not fight it.
Doctor, I know you saved many marriages from breaking up. Could you tell us about any special case?
Well, one time a couple comes to me, he hates she hates he. They talk to me and all of a sudden they are having a fight in my office. Before I know it, they are beating me and kicking me and scratching me.
Wow, what a horrible experience.
It's just in a day's work to me. I stay cool like a cucumber. I looked up as they were beating me and stopped them with one word.
What was that?
Help.
What was the most unusual match you ever made?
Well, once I made a match that burned for 16 days.
No.
It was 1 inch long and on the head was 6 pounds of sulfur.
No. I don't understand. I was referring to an unusual love affair.
For 16 days, this match went steady with a candle. This is a usual affair.
Dr. Von Krutz, what do you think of family life today?
Families are too small today. Years ago, everybody had at least 12 kids. I had 18 brothers and sisters.
19 children? Oh, that's marvelous. Are they all well?
Oh, they're fine, but mother don't feel so good.
Well, that's too bad.
Well, you never know where those measles will strike next.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh, no, you get out. How about a few holes of golf tomorrow morning, huh?
Sorry, Jerry, but I can't. You see, tomorrow morning I've got an important date.
What's that, Dean?
Well, after what you told me, I've decided to take my whole family to see the new 1952 Buicks.
Okay, I'll go with you. They're wonderful. They're beautiful. I saw that.
I know, but they're beautiful. I got it.
Now, there's a good idea for all of you folks. For remember, tomorrow morning, the all-star lineup of new 1952 Buicks goes on display at your Buick dealers. And believe you me, they're the smartest, smoothest riding Buicks you've ever seen, with new surprise features you thought years away. So don't miss the fun. Bring the whole family to see the advanced new Roadmasters, the exciting new Supers, and the brilliant new Specials that combine big car luxury with economy price. Yes, don't miss the new 1952 Buicks at your Buick dealers tomorrow.
Well, I've had to learn many songs over the years, and most of them are forgotten soon after the last note fades. But the great ones stick in your memory. Such is the case with this old favorite. The song that you sang so sweetly, you call it our love's refrain. It's gone and I'm left completely out in the cold again. I dream that our love would linger, but just memories remain as I gaze at that ringless finger out in the cold again. True, it hurts my pride to step aside for somebody new, but deep down inside, my whole world depended on you. I wanted your arms around me to shelter me from the rain. But now I'm back where you found me, out in the cold again. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much.
That was a real wonderful job, Dino. I really enjoyed it.
Thanks, Frankie. It's always a kick to get a praise from another singer.
Hey, Dean! Hey, Dean! The horrible thing happened.
Wow, what happened?
I can't find Frank Sinatra. He's disappeared.
Jerry, Frank Sinatra is standing right here beside me.
Are you sure?
Of course I'm sure.
Good heavens, and I lost my fountain pen.
Hey, Dino, before we call it a night, how about knocking off one quick chorus together?
That sounds good to me.
What am I supposed to do while you're singing?
Why don't you run out and get a tattoo?
Listen here, Dean Martin. He's just here once, but I'm here all the time. If he sings with you, I'm going to too.
Well, let's face it, Frankie. We got a trio. Let's do a round.
After you, my good man.
Crazy. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, merrily, merrily.
Your boat gently down the stream.
Hey.
Merrily. Was I rushing?
I guess we better save this for another day, Frankie.
Well, good night, boys. You've both been bricks through the whole ugly mess. Good night, everybody.
Good night, Frank. Before we say goodnight, I want to tell everybody that we just heard from Marion Marshall, who's in Chicago, and she says that everybody is coming through wonderfully for the March of Dimes. Don't forget, folks, the March of Dimes needs your contribution to help the many infantile paralysis sufferers throughout the country. Please give all you can spare.
So until next week, this is Dean Martin.
And Jerry Lewis remind you that we appear on radio through the courtesy of Hal Wallace Productions, producers of our new picture, Sailor Beware. Good night.
Good night, everybody.
See you.
From Hollywood, you have just heard transcribed the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show, written by Ed Simmons and Norman Lear, produced and directed by Dick Mack, with music under the direction of Dick Stabile. This special portion of the Martin and Lewis Show has been brought to you by your local Buick dealer, who invites you to a premiere showing of the new 1952 Buicks starting tomorrow morning. Remember, you'll have your first chance to see the new Buicks tomorrow at your local Buick dealer.
From that star-studded comedic clash, we stay with the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show. This time, the guest is acclaimed actress Jane Wyman. How does she handle Jerry Lewis's rapid-fire impersonations, especially his baffling turn as a Viennese marriage counselor?
From Hollywood, we present the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show, featuring their special guest, Jane Wyman, who appears through the courtesy of Warner Brothers, producers of that all-star musical, Starlift. Brought to you by Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor, and Beeman's Pepsin, the gum that's great to chew and good for your digestion, too. By Chesterfield, sound off for Chesterfield. Get something new, something no other cigarette has. Chesterfield mildness plus no unpleasant aftertaste. And by Anacin for fast relief from pain of headache, neuritis, and neuralgia. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce our master of ceremonies.
Good evening, folks. This is Dean Martin. Again, back at the same old stand and about to attack show number 9. All the familiar elements are here except one. But Jerry has a good excuse this time. He's down at the doctor's having an ingrown toenail removed. Now, ordinarily, it wouldn't take too long, but this one happens to be in his forehead, so...
Too close
stop gets here, supposing we try a little bit of My Blue Heaven. When whippoorwills call and evening is nigh, I hurry to my blue heaven. A turn to the right, over little white light will lead you to my blue heaven. You'll see a smiling face, fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest nestles where the roses bloom. Just Molly and me, and baby makes three. Oh, we're happy in our blue heaven. I hurry to my blue heaven. We're happy in our blue heaven. You'll see a smiling face, fireplace, a cozy room, a little nest nestles where the roses bloom. Oh, Molly and me, and my baby makes three. We're happy in our blue heaven. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. And now, I'd like to introduce...
Just lusty in me, and trigger makes three.
Jerry, what are you doing out here?
What am I doing out here? It says in the script I should come out, look adorable, and get applause.
You have other things to do. Did you bring the suitcase in from the car?
Listen here, Dean, you get someone else to handle that suitcase. I'm working too hard. Look at me how thin I'm getting. My bones weigh more than I do.
Well, I guess it runs in your family. They're all thin, aren't they?
All except my great-great-grandfather.
Your great-great-grandfather is still alive? You certainly come from a family of long livers.
Uncle Fred had a liver 32 inches long.
What a family.
What a family. That's nothing. The other day, my Uncle Louie exploded.
Exploded?
Oh, yeah. He was watching television and sipping some homemade whiskey. Then he hiccuped as he went to light his pipe and poof.
He exploded?
Right in the middle of Kate Smith.
No. Come on. There's no time for this nonsense. We've got to get on to our first guest.
Gee, that's right. Who's it going to be?
Well, I thought that the young genius, Noel Dabney, might pay us a return visit.
Hey, I remember. I played that part. Can I be him again?
All righty. Ladies and gentlemen, some weeks ago, we invited a young genius on our program, a small boy who was graduated from some of our largest universities. In answer to many requests, we are proud to have him with us again. So here he is, the mental wizard, and only 13 years old, Dr. Noel Dabney. And here he is, Dr. Noel. Come on over to the microphone, Noel.
Here, don't you know that microphones carry germs?
Yeah. I didn't mean to aggravate you, Noel, but you seem to be a little on edge. Anything wrong?
Well, frankly, Mr. Martin, I had a terrible argument with my wife.
13 years old and you have a wife? Well, that's a pretty kettle of fish.
Oh, you know her?
Well, Noel, you certainly have packed a lot of living into 13 years. I know you've been making a study of rare diseases. Have you come up with any interesting discoveries?
Yes. As a matter of fact, I've been making a study of Stabile's disease.
Stabile's disease? Well, what's that?
That's when the inside of your eyelid turns to sandpaper.
The eyelid turns to sandpaper?
Yep. And as you keep blinking, your eyeball gradually gets winked down to the size of a pea.
Really? Are there any other symptoms?
Well, last week a fellow was sitting at a bar when all of a sudden the whole eye plopped right in his drink.
What do you call that?
Well, I'd call it an eyeball.
Eyeball! That sounds like a pipe dream to me.
Yeah, they said it was a pipe dream when Professor K. Woody and I said we could cross cantaloupes with pomegranates. But we went on with our experiments, and today everyone eats candy granny.
No? How does it feel to be a genius at 13?
I'm used to it by now. I've been a genius since I was 2.
What were you before that?
The most adorable baby you ever saw.
I'll bet your parents were proud.
No, your parents were proud.
Oh, get out of here.
Oh, no, you get out.
Well, having temporarily disposed of the boy genius, it behooves me to turn things over to Jimmy Wallington.
Thanks, Dean. And now here's something of interest to everybody.
For breathless moments, for your breathless moments.
Chew Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Dentine tastes so good.
Dentine freshens your breath.
Dentine helps keep your teeth sparkling clean and white.
Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Before you go out, and always after eating, drinking, smoking, refresh your breath with Dentine. You'll love Dentine chewing gum, for Dentine has a wonderful, tingling, nippy flavor that lingers on and on. It's delicious. And remember, Dentine helps keep your teeth white, too. Keep Dentine handy. You'll enjoy refreshing your breath when you chew Dentine. So, for breathless moments, for your breathless moments,
Chew Dentine, the gum with breathtaking flavor.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're very proud indeed to welcome tonight's guest. From her Academy Award-winning performance in Johnny Belinda to her brilliant portrayal in The Blue Veil, she has proven herself to be one of our most capable and versatile actresses. It's my great pleasure to introduce the very lovely Miss Jane Wyman.
Thank you, folks, and thank you, Mr. Lewis.
Wait a minute. Hey, I'm Martin, Dean Martin.
Oh, I'm sorry. Have I made a bad mistake?
You have no idea.
Hey, Dean,
Say, this lady's got my hair cut.
Who's he? Tallulah Bankhead's boy?
Good heavens, even strangers get laughs. Hey, Dean, who's the skite?
Is that any way to refer to her later? Who's the skate?
What do you want I should say? Who's the pants?
Jerry, I won't have you talking that way to our guest. In my opinion, she's the first lady of the screen.
Good gosh. Can I have your autograph, Miss Pickford?
Why do I always have to apologize for it? I'm sorry, Jane. I guess you've never seen anything like Jerry before.
Well, not since the last time I baited a hook.
See what you've done, Jerry? You meet an important movie star like Jane Wyman, and right away you make her dislike you.
Oh, but I want she should like me. I didn't mean no harm. I was only trying to be funny. I'm a good kid.
Well, gosh, you don't have to cry about it.
Nobody loves me. I walk alone.
There, little man, you mustn't.
Oh, why don't you cut it out, Jerry? You're acting like a baby.
You think it's bad being burped by Jane Wyman?
Seriously, Jerry, we should be good friends. I think you're just wonderful in the movies, especially in That's My Boy, when you played the puny misfit.
I saw you in the Paramount picture, Here Comes the Groom, with, what's his name? You know, that kid, the fellow that sings, what is it?
Oh, you mean...
Stop! Don't say it!
Boy, you should see how mad Dean gets when he hears that name.
What name?
Bing Crosby.
You see, that's the trouble with Dean. He keeps it all inside.
Now, you shouldn't inhibit yourself, Dean. Let it out in song.
Well, that's a thought, Jane. Would you care to set an example for me?
Why, Dean, I'd love to.
You heard the lady, Richard. Let's help Jane Wyman let it out in a song.
I love that feeling that you feel when you feel you've got a feeling that you never ever felt before. I love that feeling that you feel when you feel your heart a-reeling like it never really reeled before. So kiss me, lovin' baby, and then let's kiss some more. To kiss you, lovin' baby, means coming back for more of that feeling that you feel when you feel you've got a feeling that you never ever felt before. And day by day I love you more and more.
Kiss some more. To kiss your lovin' baby means coming back for more of that feeling that you feel when you feel you got a feeling that you never ever felt before. And day by day I love you more and more and more and more.
I love that feeling that you feel when you feel you've got a feeling that you never ever felt before. I love that feeling that you feel when you feel your heart a-reeling like it never really reeled before. So kiss me, lovin' baby, then let's kiss some more. To kiss you, lovin' baby, means coming back for more of that feeling that you feel when you feel you got a feeling that you never ever felt before. And day by day I love you more and more. And day by day in every way I love you. I love you more and more.
Ladies and gentlemen, as most of you know, the motion picture industry has been sending many of its stars all over the country to meet the people. Among these touring stars are the glamorous Marie Lamar and her handsome leading man, Gregory Grant. Their car has just broken down outside of Finster Junction, Arkansas. And as we find them, They are knocking at the door of an old, isolated farmhouse.
No, Marie, there doesn't seem to be any answer here, Marie.
Well, I guess there's nobody there.
There probably isn't a living thing for miles around. Well, I've got an idea. I'll try my hog call. Suey, suey, suey.
Somebody call me? Hey, I know what you are. You're people.
Tell me, son, what's your name?
I'm not allowed to talk to strangers.
But we're not strangers. We're your friends. Can you talk to us?
Oh, all righty. My name is Reuben. I'm 18 years old. I'm at the head of my class kindergarten. I can read aloud. I must go now to separate the milk from the cream and the hens from the roosters. Good day.
Reuben, if I ask you a question, will you promise to give me an honest answer?
Sure, what is it?
Are you for real?
Hey, I know that fella that says that. Ain't he the same one that hollers I made a bobo?
That's right.
You know, I heard that fella on the radio. Yes, sir, he sure gets off some Lulus. I'm telling you, he sure gives me a boot.
Well, you think he's funny?
Heck no.
Gosh, Gregory, smell the country air. Isn't it just glorious?
It's invigorating, Marie. I sure envy you. Reuben, this farm life must be wonderful.
There's nothing like it. Every day I walk through my fields, pitch my hay, milk the cows, feed the chickens, tend the hogs, churn the butter. Out in the air from 5 in the morning to 7 at night. Then I come back to my little house and say to myself,
Well, look, Reuben, it's a long way to town. How would you like company tonight?
Sounds right good. Gets real alone out here. You know, I ain't seen a gal in 10 years.
Really?
No kidding. Now, let's see. Where'll I put you fellas?
Wait a minute. Just wait a minute. I'm a girl.
No.
And all the time I thought you were just a sweet-smelling boy.
Reuben, as long as we're going to stay here, let's go into the house.
Sure, come on in.
Gregory, just look at this place. Why, it's a pigsty.
Make the best of it, Marie. I'm going to hang up my clothes. Where's the closet?
Closet? What's a closet?
Well, a closet's it's like a very small room.
I know what you mean, buddy, but you'll have to walk out back like the rest of us.
Come on, Gregory, let's go before this idiot drives me out of my mind.
Gosh, ma'am, I sure hate to have a pretty girl like you mad at me. I'm going to go, too.
You're gonna go, too?
Sure, I changed my mind about girls. Marie, I'm with you.
Well, I thought this would happen. It never fails after they've seen Marie.
How you gonna keep him down on the farm after he's seen what he...
How you gonna keep him away from Vine Street, running around and painting the town? How'll he get along there without his cow? That's a mystery.
One look at Marie and with the farm I was through. Why should I pitch hay when I can start pitching wool? How you gonna keep him down on the farm after he's seen Marie? I'll miss my piggy after you see Marie.
Thank you very much. Well, let's push all our shenanigans aside and give a serious listen to Jimmy Wallington.
If you would like to know a quick, easy way to ease the pain of a headache, neuritis, or neuralgia, then by all means try Anacin. Your own dentist or physician may at one time or another have handed you an envelope containing Anacin tablets. Then you already know how incredibly fast and effectively Anacin brings relief. Anacin is like a doctor's prescription. That is, Anacin contains not just one, but a combination of medically proven active ingredients. For your own sake, try Anacin. Anacin is sold to you on this guarantee. If the first few tablets do not give you all the relief you want as fast as you want it, you may return the unused portion and your money will be refunded. You can get Anacin tablets at any drug counter. Anacin comes in handy boxes of 12 and 30 tablets and economical family-sized bottles of 50 and 100.
Folks, I guess everybody has a memory of their first visit to a theater. And as for me, my first was my best. I didn't know why Mom and Dad were all excited because some guy named Al Jolson was playing at the local vaudeville house, and he didn't mean anything to me, but when the lights dimmed and this little man with the burnt cork makeup dropped to one knee and started to sing, I found myself laughing and crying at the same time. Years later, I was privileged to meet the great Jolie and found him to be as great a person as he was an entertainer. I know Al is pretty busy making heaven a happier place to live in, and I'm sure he won't mind if I take a crack at the song he sang that memorable day. So, Dick, a little rockabye music, please. Rockabye, my baby, with a Dixie melody. Now when you croon, you're crooning a tune to the heart of Dixie. Just hang that cradle, oh, mammy mine, right on the Mason-Dixon line. Then swing it from Virginia to Tennessee with all the love that's in you. Weep no more, my lady. Sing that song for me, so soft and low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver if you would only play the Swanee River. Well, rockabye, my rockabye, baby, with a Dixie melody. Weep no more, my lady. Sing that song for me, so soft and low, just as though you had me on your knee. A million baby kisses I'll deliver if you would only play that Swanee River. Well, rockabye, my rockabye, baby, with a Dixie melody.
Dean, that song you just sang was beautiful.
That song you just sang. What kind of talk is that?
What's the trouble, boys? You having an argument?
Oh, Dean don't like the way I talk. He wants I should speak different.
He wants I should speak different. That's as bad as over the fence, throw the baby some milk.
Don't mind him, Jane. I want to thank you for being such a good sport tonight.
Dean, I enjoyed every hour of it. Good night, fellas, and good night, folks.
Good night, Jane.
And so, folks, hope to see you all again next week. And until then, this is Dean Martin.
And Jerry Lewis reminding you that we appear on radio through the courtesy of Hal Wallace Productions, producers of our soon-to-be-released picture, Sailor Beware.
Good night, folks.
Night, everybody.
From Hollywood, you have just heard transcribed the Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis Show.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.
Next, the comedic tables are turned as Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis guest star on the Phil Harris and Alice Faye Show. Host Phil Harris is worried about losing control. Can he possibly manage the notorious duo when they step onto his stage?
RCA Victor, world leader in radio, first in recorded music, and first in television, presents transcribed the Phil Harris, Alice Faye Show. For your enjoyment, here is the Phil Harris, Alice Faye Show, written by Ray Singer and Dick Chevrolet, with Elliot Lewis, Walter Tetley, Robert North, Janine Roos, Ann Whitfield, Walter Sharp and his music, yours truly, Bill Foreman, and our special guests, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis. Ordinarily, Phil is a brave man and he fears nothing. But tonight, even he trembles a little when he finds out what the sponsor has planned for him. But more about that later. First, a word from RCA Victor. If you have a radio lying around the house that hasn't worked for months, chances are you don't have to give it up for lost. Probably it can easily be restored to its original fine performance. If you learn that weak or worn-out receiving tubes are the cause of your radio's troubles, have your serviceman replace them with top-quality RCA tubes. You can depend on RCA tubes to give you the best reception your radio can deliver. So, whatever make of radio you own, when tubes fail, be sure they're replaced with RCA tubes. Look for the colorful red, white, and black RCA tube cartons on your serviceman's shelves or in his carrying case. Dependable, long-lasting RCA radio receiving tubes will help your radio perform at its best. Yet, they cost you no more. And now the stars of the RCA Victor program, Alice Faye and Phil Harris. All this week, Phil has been appearing at the Automobile Show in San Francisco. During his absence, the sponsor has hired Martin and Lewis to take his place on today's radio program. When Phil heard about this, he flew down from San Francisco to protect his interests. Phil has just arrived home, and he and Alice are discussing the situation.
Alice, what's the matter with our sponsor hiring Martin and Lewis to substitute for me on today's show? Is he crazy or something?
Why are you so upset about Martin and Lewis taking your place? Are you afraid they're too good?
What are you talking about? Why should I be afraid of them guys? Just because Dean Martin is good-looking and sings good and Jerry Lewis is very funny doesn't mean that I'm afraid. I'm not afraid. I just wish I was dead. I ain't gonna let them be on my show.
Oh, but Phil, the sponsor's already signed them, and you just have to let them be on.
Then I'm gonna be on with them.
That won't be necessary. We have a wonderful show lined up, and if you insist on being in it, you'll only mess it up. I didn't mean
I
that.
know what you mean. You just don't want me on the show. Nobody wants me on the show.
Now, that's not true, Phil. I want you on the show, and so does Elliot. Why, only yesterday he was saying he's going to miss your singing, and the show won't be as funny without you.
He said that?
Uh-huh.
Ha ha. Yeah, good old Elliot. I knew I could count on him. That boy always stands up for me. When he's able to stand.
He also also said that... Come in.
Hi, Alice. Well, you're all ready to do the show with Martin and Lewis tonight? Oh, we're going to have a great show without Curly.
Elliot.
Of course, the show ain't going to be half as funny without Curly. Without his singing, what's there to laugh at? Well, it's just as well he went to San Francisco.
Elliot.
Ma'am?
Turn around and look in back of you.
Yeah, okay. Hey, it must be a clear day. I can see Curly all the way up there in San Francisco. He looks a little hazy, but then he always does. Hiya, Curly. Drop us a card. Oh, that's silly. He couldn't hear me all the way up there.
I heard you.
Ooh, he's here. Curly, I thought you were up north. How'd you get back so fast?
I flew back this morning.
I didn't know there were any planes out of San Francisco this morning.
There weren't.
Well, then how did you fly?
I just got a running start and away I went.
Well, certainly good to have you back. Alice and me have a great show with Martin and Lewis as our guests. So don't forget to stay home tonight and listen to it.
You couldn't get me a ticket to watch the show, could you?
Well, I'm afraid not, sir. The tickets are all gone.
Never mind. I'm going to be on the show. If it's okay with you.
That's okay with me, Curly. But I don't know what you're going to do. Jerry and me will do all the jokes. Alice and Dean will do all the singing. Is there anything else you can do?
Well, I can play the comb and tissue paper. Or I can smile like Liberace. You can't tell it from the real thing. Or I do a sensational Mexican hat dance. I do it on a Hamburg. The curved brim makes it more difficult. I'm always going uphill.
That might be entertaining.
Never mind. I'm going to sing, and I'm going to show you that it sounds something like this. Long, long ago in New Orleans, on a little street of dreams, there I heard a crazy band. This is where the blues began. There was Memphis Joe with his hidey-ho moaning on his saxophone. There was Slip-On Slim, you've heard of him, and his laughing slide trombone. Peg Leg Pete playing hot and sweet on the bacon powder can. As they played, people swayed, this is where the blues began. There was Dog-Faced Chet with his clarinet hitting high notes up and down. Okie Moke was there with his slick black hair beating his drums like a clown. While the booga-booga-booga of a big brown jug by a hepcat dressed in jeans. This is where the blues was born in New Orleans. There was Big Nose Tess from the Greasy Bess weeping in her glass of beer. There was Gambler Jake playing table stakes with a seaboat engineer. Natchez Lil, she was dressed to kill, singing love songs about her man. As she moaned, them people groaned, this is where torch songs began. Then the cat named Sam in from Alabama started shooting up the floor. Everybody broke through the pistol smoke through the windows and the door. While the roar up a 44 busted up those happy scenes. This is how the blues were born in New Orleans. Wow, how was that?
I don't know. Let's see the Mexican hat dance.
What's the matter? Don't you people like my voice?
Oh, your voice is fine, Phil. But with Dean Martin on the show, the girls will be waiting for him to sing because he has a romantic voice and you don't.
Ah, you kidding. Happens to be my business. You want a romantic voice? I'll give him my Velvet Fog job with a Von Monroe float.
Phil, do you mean to tell me you can sing a romantic ballad like Dean Martin?
Of course I can. It's a cinch. Listen to this. See the pyramids along the Nile. Watch the sunrise on a tropic isle. Just remember, darling, all the while you belong to me. See the marketplace at old Algiers. Send me photographs and souvenirs.
Anybody home? I brung the groceries.
Just remember when a dream appears, you belong to me.
Somebody better milk that cow. She's in pain.
Julius, that's not a cow. It's Mr. Harris.
What's the matter? Is he having a bilious attack?
Mole is here. Look, I wasn't having no bilious attack. I was singing in my romantic voice.
Oh, I know, Mr. Harris, and I want to tell you that when I came in and heard that voice, I had all I could do to control the emotions that was raging within me.
Oh, really? What kind of emotions?
Nausea, heartburn, and a quiver in my liver.
All right.
And it dissolved 2 of me gallstones.
Hey, Curly, sing another chorus and direct it toward my feet. Maybe it'll cure my gout.
Sing at your own feet. That hot muscatel breath will drive anything away. Don't bother to take your shoes off. It'll get through.
Mr. Harris, you're supposed to be in San Francisco. What are you doing back here?
I came back here to appear on my radio show tonight. I don't trust that Martin and Lewis. They're liable to get too funny, then I'm going to lose my job.
You don't have to worry about losing your job.
I don't?
Of course not. If you get fired, a guy with your looks, voice, and talent, there's nothing to worry about. Except trying to find another job.
Now, Julius, Mr. Harris could get another job in a minute. He's a very talented man.
Oh, I know. In fact, only this morning I was lying on the couch thinking out loud, and I was saying, Phil Harris is the funniest man on the radio. He has the greatest voice, and he's the best-looking guy I've ever seen. And I also think, and that's as far as I got.
Why?
Me psychiatrist made me get off the couch for his next patient.
Julius, are you going to a psychiatrist?
Yeah, my father insisted. He says there's something wrong with my little head.
Look, kid, if you're having trouble with your head, don't waste your time with a psychiatrist. Take it to a taxidermist. Better yet, drill 3 holes in it and we can bowl it around till we get the kinks out of it.
Say, Bill, it's getting late. We're supposed to be at NBC for rehearsal. We don't want to keep Martin and Lewis waiting.
All right, I'm coming. You know something? I can't wait to get on that show with them 2 guys. I'll show them a thing or two about how to be funny.
Mr. Harris, you're actually going to appear on the same show with Martin and Lewis?
Yeah.
Oh, I got to go along and watch this slaughter. Ooh, are they going to barbecue this ham hock?
Well, Bill, the cast is all here. Everybody except Martin and Lewis.
Oh, they're not here yet, huh? Good. Let's start the show. Maybe we can get it done before they get here.
Bill, you really are worried. Are you afraid that they're going to be funnier than you are?
It's possible. After all, they have an advantage over me. They're natural comedians, whereas I'm really a lover. Just toying with comedy.
So that's why I get hysterical every time you kiss me.
Don't give away our family secrets, or I'll take away your electric blanket. Oh, but frankly, I am a little worried. These guys are big stars, and, well, with them on the show, nobody's going to pay no attention to me.
Hey, Curly.
What?
They don't have to be on the show.
What do you mean?
These guys are accustomed to having people treat them like big stars and make a fuss over them, so all we have to do is ignore them, not pay any attention to them.
Yeah. We'll make believe we don't even know who they are, and they might get insulted and leave.
Now, that's a great plan, fellas, but they'll never know what we're doing to them as long as we don't tell them. So let's make a pact. Let's all swear not to tell them.
Hey, that's a good idea. I swear not to tell them.
I swear not to tell them.
I swear not to tell them.
How about you, Julius?
I'm too young to swear. I'll have to tell them.
Keep your big trap closed. Now, look, this is important to all of us. Now, it's agreed that when they come in, we'll all act as if we don't know who they are. Now, I don't want nobody fooling around.
Dean and Jerry here.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure for us to be here.
He's here for the pleasure, I'm here for the money.
Now, Jerry, please. Folks, we feel honored to have been asked to appear on one of America's great family shows, don't we, Jerry?
Oh, but of course, it is indeed a pleasure to be the guest of those two lovable personalities, Mom, Pa, Kettle.
Jerry, their names happen to be Alice and Phil.
By gad, I goofed.
Yeah.
I shall try it again. It's a pleasure to be the guest of Alice and Phil Kettle. And now my partner, Dean Martin, he's the foreign-looking gentleman on my right, will sing for you. Isn't he pretty, girls? Oh, he's such a doll. Go ahead and sing for the people, Deanie, darling.
I don't care if the sun don't shine to get my loving in the evening time.
Stop, that's enough. Don't make it too long. The money's short. Folks, we'd like to do more. But you've been such a wonderful audience, we're running over. So good night, everyone.
Good night, everybody.
We said good night. Go home already. Lady, you in the third row. Put your shoes on and get out of here.
Are you college boys finished? If you are, go back to your fraternity house and tell them that your initiation was a big success.
Dean, he thinks I'm a college boy.
Well, it must be your haircut, Jerry. It looks like a foxtail hanging from a hot rod.
Oh, that's rich.
Yeah.
Look, we're not college boys. Our names are Martin and Lewis. We work for NBC, and they sent us down here.
Oh, then you must be the maintenance men. What happened to the two charwomen that usually clean up?
Just a minute, buddy.
We're busy now. You can come back after the show and scrape the gum from under the seats.
Dean, he don't know us. What's the matter with him?
I don't know. He doesn't look like a drinking man.
I resent that. Look, fellas, I don't know who you are, but you'll have to get off the stage. We got a show to put on there.
That's what we're here for. We're the guests on the show.
Oh. What type of work do you do?
Oh, we're funny men. We tell jokes. We'll give you a for instance. Dean, let's give him number 22A.
Splendid, Jerry. That's a real old whiz-bang. Jerry, were you a pretty baby?
I don't know. All I know is the day I was born, my father called the insurance company and said, I want to report an accident. Dean, he don't like it.
Well, Jerry, you see...
I like it. Why he don't like it?
I don't know why he don't like it. I like it.
I like it. I like her. She's my type.
Oh, thanks.
You're a pretty one, my dear.
We were meant for each other. Let me take you away from all this. Shall we go to a cocktail bar and lounge?
Hey, wait a minute, Jerry. This is my wife. She's Alice Faye.
Alice Faye. Ho, ho. She's rich.
Hey, look, fellas, like I told you, we got a show to do, and we can't be bothered by a couple of tourists coming in.
All right, hold it down there, Phil. Break it up. What are you trying to do? You know who we are.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I know who you are, Dean. I was just pretending I didn't know you fellas.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? What's the matter? Don't you want us on a show? You're afraid we're funnier than you are?
Well, it's not that at all. It's just that we do a family show, and I don't know whether you'd fit into it.
Why shouldn't I fit into a family show? I come from a family.
Family of what? Of course, if you fellas think you'd like to take a crack at this type of show, we're going to be glad to have you. The script's all ready.
Do we have funny lines?
Do you have funny lines? Do you have funny lines?
Dean, he ain't answering the question.
Well, you just stop worrying. We'll find out if we have any funny lines when we rehearse the script.
Oh, no. Look, fellas, you don't have to rehearse. You're too clever to rehearse. I tell you what, the show goes on in an hour, so you fellas just go to your dressing rooms and relax.
A splendid suggestion. A cup of hot tea and my yogi exercises would put me in the pink. Come along, Deanie darling.
And look, don't worry about nothing now, because when the show's ready to go on, I'll call you, fellas. I'll get you. Hey, Elliot.
What?
Didn't work. We're stuck with them. What do we do now? They're going to be funny on this show and murder me.
Why do they have to be funny?
Because I saw the script, and their lines are very funny.
We have an hour in which to make their lines very unfunny.
Well, you mean change the script? Yeah. Hey, they'd make excellent straight men. Sure. Shall we have a go at it?
Phil, I just sent Julius to get Martin and Lewis, and you'd better get ready. The show goes on in a minute.
Good. I can't wait to get started.
Say, you don't seem to be too worried anymore about Dean and Jerry being too funny.
Don't worry, they won't be. You see, Elliot and I just rewrote their parts.
You mean you...
The comedy lines we gave them shouldn't happen to H.V. Kaltenbaum.
You mean you gave them nothing but straight lines?
Oh, I wouldn't say that. We gave them such humorous gems as, what is it? Wow. And hark, the doorbell.
Not to mention such side splitters as, goodness gracious, it's grandmother. Anyone for tennis? And there'll be immediate seating in the balcony, sir.
Phil, I don't think you should do that. I really
Well, we're all ready to go on, Phil. You can start the show now.
Oh, good, Dean, good. We're going to do a sketch.
Before you start that show, Mr. Harris, I want to know, do we have any funny lines?
Now, the sketch is a romantic triangle.
Dean, why you don't answer the question?
Alice and I play a husband and wife, and you guys are her lovers.
That sounds friendly, but do we have funny lines?
Yeah, you might say that.
No. What are you crying about? He answered the question.
Yeah, but I don't like the answer.
Of course you have funny lines, Jerry. Look, you and Dean have all the jokes. Alice and me have nothing but straight lines. Now stand by. Okay, we're ready to go on the air.
For your enjoyment, here is the Alice Faye Phil Harris Show with their special guest, that famous team. Tonight we present a dramatic playlet starring Alice Faye and Phil Harris. The names of all other characters in this play are fictitious. Dean fictitious and Jerry fictitious. As our play opens, our heroine is at home.
My husband's gone at last. And here I am alone with my lovers, Dean and Jerry. Gee, it isn't every girl who has 1.5 lovers. Dean, darling, now that we're alone, tell me how you feel about me. Pour out your heart and tell me everything you feel.
Well...
Oh, that's what I wanted to hear you say. And you, Jerry, I want to hear the same thing from you. Tell me how you feel about me.
Well...
You say it even better than he does.
I guess I'm more passionate.
Oh, Jerry, you've always been the only man in my life. And every time I look at you, there's one question that comes to my mind. I must know. I must know.
What is it?
Are you for real? Right.
Not only do they not give me funny lines, they steal my character. Where are the funny jokes already?
Well, I can't decide between the two of you. You, Dean, you're so manly, so strong, so handsome. And you, Jerry, you're so. I know what I'll do. I'll just have to...
Hark, the doorbell. That joke was so big it took 2 of us to handle it.
I know who that is. Well, we might as well face it and get it over with. Come in.
Aha! So at last I caught you.
Goodness gracious, it's grandmother.
It's who?
Grandmother, that's what it says on the paper here.
But that line don't make sense.
You think that line don't make sense? Wait till you hear my next line.
Wait a minute, what's going on here? You fellas are making love to my wife, and I'm not going to stand here and watch this. Do you hear me? I'm not going to stand here and watch this.
There'll be immediate seating in the balcony, sir. See what I mean, Dean?
Alice, how could you do this to me? You claim you love me, yet I come home and find you in the arms of Laurel and Hardy.
We're not Laurel and Hardy, don't you know me?
Of course I know you. How could I ever forget you? Every spring I see your face on a bottle of Bock beer.
He's getting all the jokes.
Jerry, please, will you just read your answer? It's a big yock. Now, let's continue. What are you doing in my house, sir? Do you know who I am? I happen to be...
Of course, I know you. I saw your picture in the current issue of the Radio Mirror magazine. This is a yacht. Dean, this is a funny line. What are they doing? This is the assassination bit.
Well, not quite as funny as the line I have coming up. Oh, this one's a smasher.
What is it?
Gee, Ma, you've installed a Culligan water softener.
Culligan is a funny word.
Fellas, please, we've got to finish the script.
Why? All I got left is anyone for tennis? You got anything left, Jerry?
Yeah, I say, follow that cab. There's a shot and I drop dead.
Fellas, will you please, let's go on with the show.
All right, but we're going to do it our way. Hit it, Jerry.
Down, up.
Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. Check the bill, burn today.
Wait up. Fellas, will you stop? You can't do that. This is the RCA Victor show.
Quiet or I'll burn you with my long-playing Chesterfield. Hey, Dean, I've been taking dancing lessons, and you know something? I can kick over my head.
Good. Kick it over here, and I'll kick it back.
Now we're rolling.
Will you please, fellas, you gotta stop this.
Mr. Harris, did you know I used to catch cold a lot? And the doctor said when I go to bed, I should wear a nightcap? I tried it for a week, but I had to stop.
Why?
The ginger ale kept dripping in my eye.
That does it. Ring down the curtain. Play the music. Everybody out. Show's over.
Alice and Phil will be back in just a moment. The easiest and best way to play your 45 records is with RCA Victor's Victrola 45 record changer. It's the simplest, surest automatic record changer ever made. Why, it's so easy to operate, even a child can do it. And here are the reasons. There are no troublesome posts to adjust. Records slip on the large center spindle so easily you can load up to 14 45 RPM records with one hand. And because the Victrola 45 has the changing mechanism in the spindle, records change from the center, the simple, modern way. And here's something you may not realize. 45's the lowest priced automatic changer today, by far. Ask to see the automatic Victrola 45 attachment. There's no other automatic changer within twice the price. RCA Victor's automatic 45 attachment, which can play through any radio, phonograph, or TV set, costs as little as $16.75 Eastern list price. You can enjoy all the advantages of the 45 system in RCA Victor's automatic 3-speed players, too. These have the same ingenious large spindle as the one on the Victrola 45 player. But on the 3-speed changer, this spindle is removable, so you can play your 78 and long play records on the smaller spindle. Choose the player designed for your record collection from the wide assortment of automatic Victrola 45 players and automatic 3-speed players at your RCA Victor dealers.
This is Phil again. Folks, I want to thank Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis for coming over here and helping us so wonderfully with our little show. I'm going to tell you something. No wonder these two guys have been so successful because, well, they're just regular guys. They do so many wonderful things for so many people that they've got to be successful. The 1953 Red Cross Fund needs $93 million to help our servicemen and women, to conduct the vital blood program, and to aid victims of disaster. Answer the call. Contribute generously to the American Red Cross. Thanks, everyone, for being so nice, and good night.
Good night, everybody.
Included in this program transcribed were Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis, who may be seen currently in the Paramount picture The Stooge. The part of Julius was played by Walter Tetley. The wonderful songs from two of Broadway's hit musicals are now on RCA Victor Records. From the musical comedy Wish You Were Here, the original cast sings the popular title song and 3 other hits. And the stars of Leonard Sillman's New Faces sing 4 of their revue's top numbers. Listen to these new show music albums, New Faces and Wish You Were Here, at your record dealers tomorrow. They're only $1.50 each on RCA Victor's 45 extended play records.
Next, hear Theater Guild on the Air over NBC.
From unexpected celebrity interactions to a broadcast hilariously thrown off course, this episode of Classic Radio Drama Theater has taken us on quite the comedic ride. We hope you enjoyed these 3 tales featuring the unique talents of Martin and Lewis. Which situation tickled your funny bone the most? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're always the first to know when a new episode drops. Until next time, remember, a good laugh is timeless.